everybody, what's up? It's Tipping the Scales. I'm your girl, Shay Dawson.
I'm Tania Rivers. Welcome back, gang. Happy to have you back.
Zim, it's been a minute.
Zim, that's different.
Zim. You know, you gotta switch it up every now and then.
Facts. Happy to be back. Isn't this the favorite place to be? I always say that, but it truly is.
Truly.
Yeah.
And
I miss you when we're not filming.
I know, I miss you too. And I always fight the urge to text you so much.
I know.
I'm like, T, what are you doing? Where you at?
I know. I've been so busy with my new job. My head is spinning, but it's fun. Happy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, I have been in the trenches. We just finished this amazing event called The Takeover, where we brought in 15 amazing girls,
That's
women's
fun.
basketball players into market to mix in with our OTE players. And it was a movie. So it was really cool.
Very nice. Look, we got a very fun, exciting guest today. I'm like, I couldn't even sleep thinking about her being on. And I haven't seen her in so long. So I'm so excited that she's here.
I know. Love you so much. Okay, so this is
So
our
I should
sister.
do like a drum roll, like
This is our sister girlfriend.
introducing.
Nici, aka Pretty Nici, as you can see.
Hey.
We were all on the same team at once back in our Sixers days,
Yep.
Yes.
right? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Girls. Yes.
We bonded, we cried, we laughed, we ate.
We ate.
Yes.
Wait, how that food from Jay He used to be real good. Shout out to Jay He. That food
Shout out
was
to Jay He.
right.
Listen.
That food was fire.
Shout out to Jay He. Jay He's now with the Clippers, so he's the Clippers chef. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
Congrats. How
yes.
long has that been?
I want to say this season. This season he's been the chef for this season.
Okay, Jay He. We miss you,
Awesome.
chef. That food
Yeah.
was fire.
So, and I already know they're enjoying him. But Nici
Well,
is.
how can you not?
Right.
Okay.
Food was bomb.
But our
Okay.
sister Nici is a plus size model. She is an influencer with 20 plus. What are you at? 26,000 followers now on
I'm at
YouTube, or sorry, subscribers.
Yes, I'm at 22 and some change. Almost
22
at
and some
23.
change.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, we're going to round that thing right up to 23.
Listen,
bro.
so we going around. I'm at 100,000 subscribers. I round
Okay,
big,
let
you
him know, Nick.
So if you're listening, go head over to YouTube, Pretty Nici.
Yes.
Give her a subscribe and click the little bell to get notifications.
Yes, because I'm
Um,
inconsistent. Yes.
And Pretty Nici on Instagram too. So
Yes.
Yes.
Look,
But Nici, we want to give you a chance to just kind of introduce yourself. We have wonderful things to talk about. We're going to dive deep into some side stories and some funny stuff, but
Oh, yes.
just tell everybody a little bit about what you do because we haven't had a guest in a while. So
Yes.
yeah.
we'd love to just, welcome you to our family, our tippers.
yes, let them know who you really are besides the
Well,
pretty face.
Y'all covered a lot of it, honestly. But shout out to the tippers. I'm a tipper. I am like
Hey.
the president of the Tippers Club over here. But I be listening
Love
to all of
that.
them like, oh, that was good. But they covered it for the most part. I am a plus size model. I'm an influencer. I'm a YouTuber. I still be keeping people's dogs on the side. Like I'm a
you
hustler.
miss Sunny. She used to babysit.
Miss Sunny.
She used to dog sit Sunny. I was gonna say babysit because Sunny is like a baby, but
That is, yes,
she-
it was babysitting.
she used to dog sit Sunny, and I didn't want anyone else to watch my dog.
That
but
was my
Nikki.
guy.
Yeah,
That
she's
was
an
my guy.
avid dog lover.
No,
Yes.
first of all, Sunny loved her. Like I was like low key, like
She was a little
upset.
jealous.
Yeah, I was smidge because she would come to the house to pick up Sunny, and I'd be like, "Bye." Sunny see her, he like racing towards the door
That was
and
my
jumps
guy.
on her, and Nici grabbed his leash, and he just walk away. He don't even look back. Like, really,
Like,
Sunny?
yeah, I'm going
Don't
with my
forget
girl
who
now.
feed you,
Yes,
boo.
yes.
Okay, Sunny, like you doing the most.
And Nici
Oh,
has a
that was-
dog named Adonis. She keeps calling him my nephew, but he's too big to be my nephew. And he looks
Yes.
frightening, even though he's beautiful and gorgeous.
Adonis is a grown man now.
Yes. Because of Sunny is why I even got Adonis, because like Sunny was like my dog away from not having a dog, because we weren't even supposed to have dogs in my apartment in Jersey, but we do what we want to do.
We
But-
do what we want. Thanks.
Period. So like having a dog as big as Sunny, like in my space, I was like, oh, I could do this. Like I can have a big dog. So I got a big dog, never told the apartment. When I got him, he was 8 pounds. So I just told him he was a mini. And then now he's like,
what you gonna say? He's like
pounds.
I was gonna say he's like over 100 plus. What you doing there with that big old giant?
I mean, he's at my parents' house now because he does not like my apartment in Cincinnati, which I kind of agree with him on that. But he was used to having like carpeted floors, and I have hardwoods, and he hates it. So he lives in my parents' house, and I go and visit and that kind of stuff. But when we moved,
you straight. Your parents took custody over your kid.
Literally. But when
Terrible
we moved,
mother.
When we moved, I own it wholeheartedly. Look, okay, my mom says she want grandkids. You're welcome. Okay, this is what
give the woman what she wants. Give the woman what she wants.
So don't complain because I gave you what you wanted, but it just had 4 legs instead of 2.
Wait, speaking of grandkids, I just gotta give my mom a half kind of like shady shout out today. Because she's like, what about my grandkids? I'm like, boo, I'm 40 plus.
No.
Okay. She had a whole son who is young and ripe and like 32. Like, come on, mom, stop. The shop is closed. The eggs are scrambled.
Now she wants some more.
Hey, mom, how are you?
It's time to move on. It's not coming from Tania, boo. Look at your son. Okay? But anyway, I'm sorry, I got in my feelings just for a second.
No, it'd be like that though, for real. Because like my sister has a kid. So I'm like, you have a grandchild. And she's like, but I want one from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got Adonis, so you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. I told my mom already, I was like, if I don't have a kid, will you be okay? She's like, absolutely. I was like, great. But
shout out to Miss Lori.
Shout out to Miss Lori. Exactly.
Hey, cutie Lori. Hey.
She actually just started some starter locks. So she's trying it out before she does a big chop if she needs to. So she's like doing one last thing. And speaking of, your hair looks wonderful. Shout out to Nigel.
Yes,
hey Nigel.
Nigel be coming through. Okay,
Nigel comes through. Wait, Shay, you got your hair braided too. I like the when you get your hair braided.
I came to Philly for an anniversary party.
I was just about to ask if you went to Philly because you already know.
Yeah, I literally fly to Philly to get my hair done. I'm not playing.
Well, girl got to do what she got to do. Okay?
Dom has magic. Right. I mean, you can't see, but her parts and her just cleanliness.
I miss her. She is
bomb.
I'm gonna check her out when I get my hair braided again.
Yes.
That's the only person I'll ever let braid my hair, period.
And she moved. She went to a huge house, her amazing house, and now she has like her own area where she does your hair. So it's like,
come on now.
Yeah, it's like even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit her up.
You gotta hit her up.
Yeah. So Nici, we brought you on because we thought that you would be an inspiration to so many different people. Okay. And I remember having a whole conversation. I don't know if you remember this, but we worked back at the Sixers. You were like, T, I think I'm gonna quit my job and do my own thing. Was your exact words to me.
Yep.
And I, similar to when I was telling Shay, like, look, you guys have so much talent. You're kind of like trying to hide. I'm like, let that thing out. And I said, do you? I said, you are such a talent and you need to be able to show the world how talented you are. So just like Mama over here she's very proud of you. And I'm so excited for all your success. So you walked away from your job and tell the tippers, tell the tippers though what you've been doing over this period of time.
So, I did walk away when they let me go, but ain't no shame over here. Like I really want people to get rid of shame in certain situations. I think we hold on to so much shame and things, but it's like,
love that.
Literally, I thank God for it because it kind of catapulted me into something like a life I didn't know that I wanted or needed also. Like, I just know like any job that I worked at, I never felt like I quite fit in. Like I fit in socially, but as far as like the work and like the, administrative things and all the above, I never felt like I just like found my niche anywhere in there. And I think because it was not meant to be.
I was gonna say because you're not meant. Yeah. And because she has that creative side, she's not meant to be in an office sitting locked up.
No.
A 9 to 5. Like that's not your jam. And you're not supposed to be locked up in the office. That's the problem. No. It's like Birdie got to get out the cage and fly.
Right. Exactly. And like, so like when I got let go, I could have stayed in the sports realm. I could have decided to look for other jobs and things like that. And literally like the night I got let go, like I never panicked. I was like ready almost, not even almost, I was ready. And I sat on my couch in Jersey and I was like, all right, God, what's next? And he said, do you trust me? I said, yeah. He said, well, let's go get it.
Oh,
Okay.
I never looked for a job. Not once. And I was just like, oh, okay, so I need to do more videos. And it kind of like literally worked out perfectly. And I say that with like a grain of salt because I know a lot of people lost people during COVID.
Yeah.
I will say because people were at home when everything shut down, for YouTubers, it was like the Super Bowl because we were getting like, so usually like holiday time is like our, you know, that's our thing. Like that's our Super Bowl, that's our playoffs, all of the above is like usually end of October to like December because all these companies want to get stuff in front of people so they can make sales for the holidays. We were doing holiday numbers June through September, which was unheard of money-wise. Yeah. And I'm like, well, God, I appreciate it because living on the East Coast for me, because I'm originally from Cincinnati and I'm unfortunately back here right now, but living on the East Coast was like foreign territory as far as like the cost of living for me. So money was always kind of like a weird thing because keeping it a buck, working in sports, I wasn't making a lot. And it was a higher cost of living. At all. Yeah. And it was a higher cost of living there. So I literally was like barely making it. So I went from barely making it to like balling. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I got a master's degree for this and I'm not making no money. But I turn on a camera and talk to myself in a room and I'm making more money than what I got a master's.
Wow.
Like, make it make sense. But it didn't
say that again. And you got a what?
I got a master's.
Okay, thank you.
And about, I say a good 8.5 years of experience. And I loved working in sports. It just didn't love me back. And
pause. Take us back to how you started YouTube and why you started YouTube. Because I think all of that, what you just said, will all make sense to us. For those people who don't understand what being a YouTuber means and how does one decide to just start jumping into YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was kind of twofold, honestly. So I've always been a very creative person. And I felt like in my corporate job, my creativity was stifled because you can only do but so much. Like you have to stay within a box of whatever they say you can do. And I've always been the type of person like, I want to do what I want to do. Like, I've always been wired that way. So I felt creatively stifled where I spent the majority of my time, which was at work. And when I would come home, I didn't have friends at the time. It was before, you know, like Shay and all of us got close, but I didn't have friends or anything. So I came home and I watched YouTube. And I've always been into fashion and like clothes and things like that. But I didn't see anybody that was shaped just like me. Yes. Like there were girls like,
What and how would you describe your shape for those listening?
It's somewhere between a pear and an hourglass shape. I have probably the biggest hips you've ever seen in your life. And I have a small waist. And it's natural. Let me just put that out there. Because if it wasn't, I would not have the same.
Not that we hate if anyone got a little work done. Shout out to the Nip and Tuckers. Won't he do it?
Let my account hit a certain amount and this gut won't be here. Okay. So I'm just putting that out there.
All right. So and I'm just saying that because you have your own niche because of your confidence, because of your shape.
Yeah.
And so that started to get you thinking.
And your beauty. I mean, that's
that too. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that just goes hand in hand. But I think, so what made you go into this whole beauty influencer? Like I see you on Instagram, flawless, might I add. Really looking like a whole giant snack, like just waiting for someone. And you have so many different pictures. I mean, they're stunning. Like, but what made you know that, how did you know that beauty was your passion? And what made you say, okay, I can really do this on YouTube and make real money? Like there are people out there with so many ideas, they just don't even know how to get started. So help them
to niche down. And I like that.
Yeah. Help them connect the dots.
You just start that. First of all, that's my best. Whenever people slide my DMs, the best advice I can give is to start. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, I think we get so wrapped up in like, oh, I've got to get this camera. I've got to get this lighting. I've got to get, and I do it still to this day. Like I'm like that, but you have to find what works for you and be yourself. Like I make fun of myself on there.
Yes, you do.
I let my mistakes happen. Like, I don't edit out every little I don't try to be perfect. And my audience works for me. Like, my pastor, he always says, like, his church is the most amazing church, but it may not be the most amazing church for you. That's how I feel about my channel. Like, for the people who are, you know, the perfectionists and things like that, I may not appeal to you. But I will say, like, find what is yours, what's yours, like something that not anybody else has. And I know nobody else, well, I won't say nobody, not many people have hips like mine. Not many people are dark skinned and doing what I do. And also another like level to my niche is that I'm tall. So most, you know, of the plus size girls that I was watching were like 5'5" and below. Right. And, you know, they thick with it, but it's different when you're tall because it's a whole other element of like high water pants and things like that. Like, we need, you know, we need length and things like that. So when I would pitch brands, I would reach out to them and just, you know, kind of tell them about myself, tell them what I'm about. I'm all about body acceptance. I'm not necessarily a body positive girl. Acceptance. You have to accept yourself where you are.
Acceptance. Can we get a soul clap for that real quick? Because listen, as women, we beat ourselves up all the time about what we want to look like, the size that we want to be, how we want our hair. Like, there's 1,000 different things. And oftentimes we compare ourselves to what we see on TV or what we see in a magazine and it gets hard because we have these unrealistic expectations of our bodies. So shout out to you for one, embracing what you have and owning it and loving it. But we as women have to just celebrate the body that we have and know that each and every one of us have different things that we bring to the table, but all of us are unique and shaped in the way that God made us. And we should own that and know that we are beautiful no matter what size you are and just appreciate the bodies that we have. That's hard, but it's a start.
It's funny because like we look at ourselves one way and then people can perceive you completely differently. Like, one example, I did a campaign with Reb Dolls with my friend Doris. That's also my photographer. Shout out to Doris. She is amazing. Shout out to Doris. And we wore the same outfit, but we're obviously two different sizes. And Reb Dolls reposted it on their social media. And I remember when we made the video, I was like, dang, man, I wish I would have just like sucked in just a little bit because my stomach is just like stomaching in this video. And when I got to the comments, I was so expecting people to point that out. When I tell you, there were like 5 comments where people was like, why do y'all always use people with flat stomachs? Even the big girl got a flat stomach. And I'm like, do y'all not see? What is it that? And it literally made me realize, like, wow, how you see you is not how everybody else sees you.
Like, we're harder on ourselves. Believe that.
So much harder. Yeah. Yes. And I try to tell my audience, like, give yourself grace. Like, this is the only body you have. This body has gotten you through a pandemic. This body wakes you up every day. This body, you know, is with you when you spend more time with yourself. Literally appreciate that. Like, no matter what state it's in, what it looks like, and losing weight isn't, you know, being fat phobic or anything. It's just healthy. Show up as your best self. Yeah. Because I want us to get out of the mindset, and I'm actually about to do a video maybe this week about it, about how like when you lose weight, maybe because I said I'm inconsistent.
I know, I saw your eyes.
When you lose weight, like people always congratulate you on it. And it makes you wonder, like, well, how did you see me before I lost weight? It's always like you look so just a little background on me for people who don't know. I went through a weight loss journey a few years ago and I lost 80 pounds.
That's amazing.
It was, but mentally I was still 300 something pounds.
Yeah.
And it never caught up. Mentally, I would go in the store and still pick up like a size 20, 24 or whatever. And at this time I was a size 14. But I would go in the store because I'm like, there's no way that can fit, a 14 can fit. And I was shocked literally every time I went into
it's like changing your mindset first. Yes, for sure.
Exactly. So it's like, I would have people then to be like, well, don't lose too much weight because you don't want to look sick. I didn't look sick when I was over 300. Okay, y'all. Like, what do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
trying to control the weight loss. Yeah.
It has to come from self. but I really want people to wrap their mind around acceptance of where they are. So whether you are 300, 400 pounds, accept it. If you lose weight, accept it. You are still you at the core of it. And I think that's what I want people to understand. Like, so when I model clothes and things like that, like, yes, I have cellulite. Yes, I have a stomach.
I'm a real woman. Stuff happens.
Right.
We have stretch marks. Like, we've lived.
Yes, literally.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I have all of the above. And I just need you to know, like, if you have it, it's not a negative. Like, I don't call things trouble areas or problem areas. Like, no, like, it's a body. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a body.
The only thing I say about the body is, one, is that we want to be in this body as long as we can. And it's important for you to live a healthy lifestyle. So whether you are a size 2 or 22 or whatever your size is, just be mindful about what we're putting in our bodies. Like, our bodies need to be fed clean food. So eating healthy, exercising, like that gives us not just what we, it's not meant just to look a certain type of way for our physical appearance, but we want to maintain a healthy lifestyle so that we can live a healthy life and have some longevity while we're here on this earth for our little short period of time.
Yeah. And one thing I love about Nici's videos is that she does her little orders with her brands, whatever brand she's working with, meaning she goes on the website, picks out the things that she wants, correct, Nick? And then they're sent to her. And what she does is she'll play around with the different sizes and she'll try them on and she'll give an explanation, says, I went with a 1X on this, I'm smaller on top. And so I want to describe this if you're bustier, and she gets to tell you a real review of the outfits and the fit and everything. And it's almost like you get confidence from Nici describing what it looks like on her, and maybe it doesn't fit with her, maybe it's not a good color, and she'll let you know. And I just think when you do that, then you also like make fun of yourself. You be like, I like a little bit more stretch, or, I wore these heels that ain't got no strap or something like that.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And it's almost like you bring us in with your jokes, with your singing, and you have some stills where you're just dancing. She's
so sociable, like it just feels like you're hanging out, partying with you.
So how did you find your identity when you started making your YouTube videos? I know it was hauls first, but you have evolved over time. Like, and you do all your editing, you do all your producing, creative director, like you do everything. So
I do everything.
Talk about
real
all
talent
of that
over there. Real talent.
It's honestly, I'm just me. I don't know how else to explain it, but like, I just wanted to show people me. And again, I don't think I was represented on YouTube prior to me starting it.
That's it.
It was like, I stopped watching other people's hauls too, because in the beginning I could find myself saying stuff that like other people say. And I'm like, you don't even talk like that. Like, no, like, show people who you are. Like, even with some of the things that I would pick to wear, I'm like, girl, you would never wear this. So like, why would you do it? And to an extent, like, I want to show people, like, you don't have to be covered up if you are a bigger girl. Like, generationally, we've never been where we are now when it comes to plus size fashion. So, and we still have a long way to go, because I was actually talking to somebody recently who has a 7-year-old who is she's like one of my biggest fans. And it's the cutest thing, because I wish I had a me when I was little.
Right.
And now that I see that I am somebody's, person to look up to, I take that responsibility like very, very, very
seriously.
Heavy. Yeah. And the fact that like she has to wear adult clothes at like, I think she's 8 actually, but she has to wear adult clothes because there's junior plus for like teenagers, but not for the littles. There's nothing for the littles. So I feel like we still have a long way to go in, plus size fashion, but I want to show that gap. Yeah. I want to show people like we can be fashionable. You don't have to be covered up, because a lot of times when you're covered up, you look bigger. Like,
when you buy clothes too big, it makes you look bigger. It does.
Yes.
I hate that. Yeah.
And it's like some people just don't have fashion sense. One of my friends, actually Doris, she had to break it down to me. She's like, Nici, you are fashionable. Everybody's not like that. Because like, if we have like a quick studio time, I'm like, girl, just throw on something and we can go. And she's like, no, like I don't think like that. And I'm like, you don't?
Yeah.
She's like, no, like just because it comes easy to you,
Yeah.
it doesn't come easy to everybody to put things together. And I just thought it was something that everybody had. She's like, no, that's a gift.
But that's a good point. So what do you recommend for those of us who doesn't come naturally? Like fashion just isn't our jam, and we can't just wake up, look like I woke up, look like this. Like if that's not who you are, you don't wake up like that. What do you suggest? Like, how do you get help with styling or just looking your business? How do you go about getting a stylist?
Instagram, just anything, literally, whether it's, I don't care what it is, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest, they hold me down.
TikTok holds me down.
College. TikTok, I'm just now getting it. You know me, I was so resistant to TikTok.
I know. You were.
I was so, but let me tell you why though. When TikTok first started, they reached out to me because they wanted me to be a part of something in the very, very, very beginning. And I went to have the call with them and literally my phone stopped working. I feel like it was God. I don't know what happened. My phone stopped working. And so I took that as a sign, like maybe I need to stay away from TikTok. I don't know what it is. But now like TikTok is popping and I'm like side-eyeing my phone. Like
maybe the side went away. It turned in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Right. But I feel like such a dinosaur as soon as I open the app, like what is it for you? What is happening? How do I find the songs? Like
please don't call yourself a dinosaur because that would be me. Thanks. That would be all me over here. But I have a serious question because people ask me this all the time and I have no idea. How do you make money off of YouTube? How does that become?
That's a good question.
How do I make money off of YouTube? Because people like, I have all these followers. What does that mean?
Break it down.
So first, they changed the requirements, but I think you have to have a certain amount of subscribers. I want to say it's like 100 subscribers maybe, or 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. It was different when I had to do it.
So a certain amount of subscribers.
And then a certain amount of watch hours, which means that like somebody, basically people are watching your videos for a certain amount of hours. It basically tells YouTube like, okay, this is somebody that is consistent enough that people want to see their content. So we are going to basically reward them by paying them. So once you cross that threshold, you basically can sign up for a Google AdSense account. And from there, you get paid per view. So when you see ads pop up, like YouTubers, we always joke, don't skip the ads because that's how we get paid.
Yeah.
The longer the ad plays, the more money we get. If you click the ad, we get even more money. If you click and purchase something from the ad or sign up for whatever it is, we get even more money. That's like the ultimate money is that.
Nice.
But if you just let it play, we'll get a good amount of money. If you skip it, we don't get nothing. It's like literally like the difference between like 3 cents and like 25 cents, which is a gap when you think about how many people, the volume of people that are watching.
So if you watch the ad, you get more money. If you buy something, that even takes it to the next level.
Yes.
So it's basically it has to do with one, the amount of people who follow your channel, because that's going to help you get more looks at those ads, right?
And then to add to that, like the more subscribers you have, the more kind of how we say sexy it makes you to brands. So you can pitch yourself like, I mean, some brands don't mind if you have 100 subscribers versus 1 million. I'm sure that is a big gap, but it makes a difference with who basically will be exposed to their brand. But that's another key point to how you will basically make more money. So you have a set amount of subscribers, you get a certain amount of views, you can then pitch to brands and be like, yo, this is what I do. I would love to bring, your product in front of my audience. Can we work out some type of partnership? So then they'll pay you to show their products on your channel. So I have a few clothing companies. I used
Tell
to
them about it.
fragrance.
Tell us about it, please. Our trippers want to know.
Yeah, I'll keep it a buck. I do have right now 2 that are paid, because I'll go into that too now. It's been a little slow lately. So quarter one is very slow. Quarter 2, it sort of picks up, but this year has been slower than other years. I don't know what's going on about that. Like it's like a thing in the influencer community where we're like, what the heck is going on? Because we ain't used to this.
Where's our bread? Let's get it back up.
Right.
Okay.
So right now I have two. I actually just I guess I can say, well, they wouldn't care or what, I don't know. But I basically got them to pay me a little bit more because like I'm like, look, I get people to buy your stuff. I'm consistent with what you asked me to do. Can you break me off some more money? And they was just like, yeah. So I got a little raise last week.
Yeah. Awesome.
Don't be afraid to make the ask, people. I know that's right.
And then, so there's other brands like, so I do have two paid ones. And then sometimes I'll just work with a company if it's something I'm really interested in, or if I really like their clothes, because they'll still send me clothes, or like I got a dog camera. I get stuff. I just get random stuff to mention in videos. And sometimes they'll pay you, but in the dog camera situation, there's a site called Magic Links. So that's another stream of income that comes through YouTube, where if you say, like, for example, the dog camera, they sent it to me. I did a video with Adonis. I included it in a vlog. If anybody's interested in that dog camera, they click the link, I get paid for the click. If they buy it, I get more money if they buy it. So there's like, I have a lot of streams of income. It may not all be like a big bulk of money, but it all adds up after a while. So I have a lot of affiliate links that I do for a lot of things. Or if I just randomly go to a store like Target or whatever, I will link everything in a vlog that I bought from Target. And then if anybody's interested in it, I'll get paid for that. So it's like a lot of different ways to make money.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how do we find your stuff? Like, we want your clothing. We want anything and everything from Pretty Nici. What do we do?
Well, on Instagram, of course, it's Pretty Nici, and it's Nici. Don't give me no K in my name. And it's the same on YouTube as well. I'm also doing a closet sale. So if you know anybody who is curvy, who is trying, I'm literally like, when I say streams of income. I sell merch. I got everything, like whatever you need. I'm like a one-stop shop.
So check you out on the gram, check you out, go on YouTube at Pretty Nici.
Yes.
And what's to come? So before we let you go, tell us what's next to come in your world.
Gosh, I really want to do more modeling. So I've done some like e-commerce modeling, like when I was out in LA, and I really, really enjoyed that. So I really want to do more of that. Like I said, I have this closet sale going, because what y'all can't see around this room is clothes everywhere, like everywhere.
I know you have those hangers, or the what are they? The clothes racks.
Yes, I have clothing racks in my dining room. Because who needs to dine there? Nobody. Other than that,
whole closet over there, huh?
I'll send you pictures. It's sad, actually. At this point, it's sad.
I love it. So when do you think that you'll move into a world where you start outsourcing some of your stuff, so that you can, like, I don't know, do things that are outside of your box or your comfort zone? Because you're editing, you're a creative director, you're everything. Which it's only sustainable for so long. And how long has it been since you've been doing this? How long have you been doing it?
Since 2018, but I went full-time 2020.
2020. Okay. All right. So like, do you feel yourself getting closer to, like, you're going to hire someone to edit your videos so that you can at least make more videos? Like, what's that look like?
I've been saying that I want an assistant that I can pay in clothes, just so that I can get, like, because there's so many elements to being an influencer that I don't think people who want to be an influencer understand.
Correct.
Like, just starting with boxes. When you get shipments, you have to get rid of those boxes, like taking the trash out. And I'm a single woman too. So it's like everything is on my plate. The only thing I've outsourced so far recently is my meals. I get my meals prepped, because who has time to cook? Like, literally.
I love that.
I would hire my friend Doris as my photographer, so I didn't have to edit photos when she took my photos. But I'm at the place now where, like, I'm ready to, like, if any video editors just need a little experience right now, I'm not change this yet. But
what about it? Can you get an intern to come and help you too? Like, for extra help? Like someone who just need college credits? Is there a way that you can?
No college credits anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No?
They don't do that. You have to pay.
Just God. Is there
And the other part of it is, like, I do everything from my home. I don't know if I necessarily want somebody in my space like that. That's
Well, gotcha. No way around that one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, throw it in the hall. Handle that. Yeah.
And then I guess the last thing, or I guess a couple things, just people considering YouTube or considering being an influencer. What are some of the apps that you use that help you, make quick edits or make quick reels or whatever? Is there any a couple things that you can share with people? Just being like, if you're starting out, these are a few things you can use.
Yeah. Somebody actually just asked me about that. First of all, if you have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, you kind of don't need anything else. Cause I have,
wow.
But
I got a 13.
Sony ZV-1 is like my vlogging camera, and it comes with, well, it doesn't come with it, you got to pay for it, but it has this kind of tripod thing. When I say the quality of this and the quality of this is almost spot on, like you can't tell the difference in my vlogs when I'm on my phone and when I'm on my camera. So
how much would a camera like that cost? So we all know the cost of an iPhone, but
$700.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so again, so if somebody wants to start, that's why I say just start, because you have it here. As far as apps go, I'm gonna just open it up because don't sleep on the actual iPhone photo editor app. Don't sleep on that, because if you just need a quick little brighten, tighten, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Facetune, I always say Facetune with a grain of salt, because I know people go in there and will shrink their waist. That ain't what it's for, y'all. But if you want to brighten a photo or something, like do one of those type things.
And that's just for still photos, right? That's not video.
Yes. Well, they do video now too, actually. Okay. I didn't like the video editor. But me personally, when I shoot my reels, I mostly use my camera, and then I use Final Cut Pro, the same software that I use for my YouTube. Yeah.
Got you.
So I'll do that, and then I'll put it into.
And is Final Cut Pro, is it free, or do you have to pay?
Well, they do like a 90-day trial if you haven't done a trial.
Okay.
But I think it's like $300 after that. But when I got
for a year?
MacBook, no, forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And like,
so just that's not bad at all.
No, when I bought my computer, I had them go ahead and put it on there, like when they built the computer. So then I didn't have to like worry about having to figure out how to install. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I use Final Cut. It's easy. I always use iMovie as well. Like if you have it on your phone, like I'm all about like starting out free, but good quality though. Yes. Quality is key in anything that you do in influencing.
And what it looks like, quality in. What do you mean quality?
Say I'm a visual person, so for me, it's what it looks like.
Okay.
So if you
the end product,
the end product has to look good, and I feel like that's why, like now, I'm so critical of myself when I see other people post, certain things that like there's an 85mm lens that I want that is like thousands of dollars, but the quality is like butter. Okay.
Oh, wow.
But when I see mine, I'm like, oh, that look like a, surveillance video. And it's not, it's just me being,
no, your stuff looks me being so super good.
Critical. Like, well,
you're hilarious.
Yeah. To the point that I didn't even know that you were doing everything by yourself.
Yes.
Like, I thought you had some type of production company that was cutting stuff for you. I mean, you're a talent. So listen, I know I don't want to keep you way past our time, but I just want to, tip of the scales, want to thank you for being a guest with us, and not only being a guest, thank you for being a loyal tipper who consistently listens to our episodes. And not only that, gives feedback, gives suggestions. So we so appreciate you. Tippers, please go out there. Check out our girl, Pretty Nici, on the gram. Check out our girl on YouTube, because we love her. And I'm sure there are more great things to come, for sure.
Thank you.
Love you, sis. And maybe just any last words to those out there kind of in your position or thinking about doing what you're doing.
Do it. Literally. Start it. If you got a question, DM me. I probably will regret that later, because I always do. But
they're gonna all be like, "Hey, Pretty Nici,
right?" So what? But no, seriously, just start. And like I just told Shay the other day, you are the magic. So no matter what, there is going to be an audience for you. There are people on YouTube that literally watch people play farming simulation games. And you worried about not having people follow you? Like, there's an audience for everybody. Just find your people and be you, and like be very authentically you, and the right people will follow you.
Love that.
Love that. Thank you.
Okay.
Continue to follow us wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate you. Follow us on Instagram, Tipping the Scales Podcast. Love you guys.
Thanks for your support. Bye.